Welcome. So it's Andy Preston of andypreston.com, and in this video I want to talk about how to reduce the notifications you get on LinkedIn so you only get the important stuff, and how to massively reduce the amount of emails you get as well. Now, a lot of people have been asking about this recently in the training session that I run, not necessarily just on LinkedIn, because that's not really my field of expertise, but I train LinkedIn as part of my standout selling process. So I'm training people how to use it as a sales persuasion influence tool to win more business and build more pipeline and influence good prospects you're already talking to that you're the provider of choice and to pay more to work with you. So as part of that, people have been saying to me, Andy, as I'm building my network, I'm getting bigger problems with too many notifications on LinkedIn on stuff I'm not interested in, and I'm drowning in emails from LinkedIn, and I can't cope with it all. I'm missing good opportunities by getting too much. Well, actually, LinkedIn made some changes in the last update that a lot of people aren't aware of, that you can massively control what you're getting from LinkedIn, both in terms of notifications and in terms of emails. So I want to show you in this video how you can reduce both of those really easily. So I want you to go over, you can see my cursor on screen, go over to me, click there and select Settings and Privacy. Settings and Privacy. I'm using my colleague's account here, she's logged in for me because she's got a free account and mine's premium, so I didn't want to confuse you with anything looking different. So you go into Settings and Privacy and now go to Communications. And you'll see here notifications on LinkedIn and an option to the right hand side which is change. Let's click on that. So we're now looking to change the notifications we're getting from LinkedIn. Again, the one we're mainly concerned with here is activity in your network, so we'll click on that. And now we've got a series of 4 options. Do I want to see activity from my connections? Well, yes, I want notifications from that on what they're doing. I think that'd be useful at this stage, so I'm going to leave that on. They're defaulted to be on as standard, so you're looking for ones you might want to turn off here. Do I want to be notified about people's birthdays? Now, this is an interesting one, because if you've got a very small network built from people you know really well, you actually might want to know when their birthday is as a reminder and to send them a happy birthday message. One of the challenges is, however, if you've used LinkedIn as a sales tool or for business development reasons, and you're connected to people you don't know that well, wishing people you don't know that well a happy birthday almost feels a bit weird to the person receiving it, certainly for us here in the UK. And for a lot of my global travels, the same is true when I talk to people around the world about this as well. The more birthday messages you're getting from people you don't know, they don't really have any positive impact. At best, it's neutral, possibly even a negative impact. So generally, if I've got a large network with lots of people, I don't want my notifications to be clogged up when it's somebody's birthday. Don't think it's that important anymore. If it is important for some of your connections, make a separate note of their birthday in a different system and use that as your reminder. I don't really want to use LinkedIn as my birthday reminder system. Do I want to be reminded of people's job changes in my network? Now, if you're a salesperson or you're looking to use this as a business development tool, this can actually be quite useful. Again, if you've got a smaller network, because I actually want to know when my connections are changing jobs. Obviously, it's not the day they change jobs, it's the day they update their LinkedIn profile with their new position. And it might be they've just been promoted, so it isn't necessarily a new job in a different company, it's just a promotion. But I might want to know about promotions. I might well want to know if they move company, because there's a chance for me to go, if they're an existing customer or existing prospect, I can potentially form a relationship in another company, and I found another prospect really easily. So that's something I'm going to leave on, and I recommend most salespeople leave that on. Until you get into a huge network and it gets annoying, leave it on for now is my advice. The next one is about work anniversaries. Now, work anniversaries for me are even worse than birthdays, because we don't really like being said happy birthday to us or wished happy birthday from people we don't know. Work anniversaries is this bizarre thing that LinkedIn invented, that people like to celebrate personal anniversaries like a wedding anniversary. The fact you've been in your job another year, for some people, isn't a cause for celebration anyway, and it isn't something that you'd send cards for or have a party or recognise in any other way apart from LinkedIn. So again, the bigger your network, the more annoying this gets. And people saying, hey, happy anniversary, you've been at XYZ company 5 years now, when you don't even know them, is also a little bit weird. So let's default that to off, or let's change the default from on to off. So we're now going to cut down on the number of notifications we're getting around that. Okay, so then we go back to me, back to settings and privacy, Just see if it's coming through there. Let's try again if it didn't go through properly. Setting to privacy and communications once again. And we're now looking at email frequency. So again, as we did before, over to change. And I'm now looking at what types of emails I'm getting from LinkedIn. First one, do I want emails to come to me when somebody wants to join my network, an invitation to join my network? Do I want an email about that? Probably not. Now, there are options here that I can either go for individual emails each time somebody wants to connect with me. I can go for like a weekly digest of a load together, or am I getting recommended ones? For all of those, really, I've gone to the details tab there to go into more detail. I don't want any of those. Let's get that turned off and start reducing our email. So again, what kind of messages do I want from other LinkedIn members? Let's have a look in the details tab what I can do here. Do I want individual emails when somebody sends me a message? Do I want weekly ones, a digest? Do I want recommended? Again, if I'm using LinkedIn through the web browser and the app on the phone, I don't really need emails to remind me of something I've already seen anyway. Let's turn that off. Notifications. Again, you can go to the details tab and see your options there. Again, if I'm using the web browser or the app, let's turn that off. Updates about my connections. Again, looking at different options I can choose there. Realistically, I'm using the app, don't need that either. Do I want to know about jobs and opportunities? If I'm not looking for a job, definitely not. Even if I am, do I need email prompts about it? Possibly not. Let's turn that off. Do I want news and articles relevant to me? I don't use LinkedIn to get my news, so for me, let's turn that off as well. Do I want emails about what's going on in my groups? Well, most people aren't using groups on LinkedIn anymore because they've been dead for kind of 5 years, so I definitely don't want emails to tell me about stuff that I don't want to see anyway. Let's turn that off. Messages from LinkedIn itself. Do I want emails with tips and offers to help me get the best out of LinkedIn? Don't think that's any real value to me, and certainly not to get an email about it. Let's turn that off. And finally, messages from LinkedIn Learning. Do I want to get updates and learn the most in-demand skills over LinkedIn? I don't really want emails about that either. Let's switch that off. So I've actually gone for all of these being off, particularly because I like to use LinkedIn through the web browser and through the app on the phone. I don't need any extra emails. The less emails I get, the better. So let's switch all of these off. That's now automatically updated, and I've massively reduced the amount of notifications I'm going to get, and I've massively reduced the number of emails I'm going to get. That's really helped clear up my LinkedIn. So, hopefully that was useful. Share it with some of your colleagues. Share it with other people you think will get more value from getting less clutter on LinkedIn from notifications and less clutter from emails, and only getting the important stuff that's really going to help them. If you're interested in finding out more how to use LinkedIn as a sales persuasion influence tool as part of the standout selling process, either to build a prospecting pipeline and win more new business, or to influence people you're already talking to that you're the provider of choice and they want to work with you and pay you more for what you offer, contact me at andypreston.com. I'll be happy to help you out. So I'm glad that was of use for you. Hope to see you on one of my courses or one of my webinars again sometime in the future. Thank you very much.